In the spring of 1953, when I was just a 9-year-old boy, I experienced something that would stay with me forever. It was an ordinary day, much like any other, as my brother Charlie and I made our way home from school. The air was crisp, the sun warm on our faces, and anticipation bubbled within us for the treats that awaited us upon our return. Charlie, my older brother by a year, was the embodiment of youthful exuberance. With his wild ginger hair, freckled cheeks, and infectious smile, he was a beacon of joy in my life. Together, we often indulged in imaginative adventures, particularly our favorite pastime of playing superheroes. Charlie always assumed the role of Captain America, while I eagerly took on the persona of his trusty sidekick, Bucky Barnes. As we walked home that fateful day, our minds were filled with thoughts of the snacks awaiting us and the adventures we would embark on in our front yard. Little did we know that our idyllic afternoon would soon be shattered by tragedy. The sound came suddenly, a screech of tires followed by a deafening crash. I turned in horror to see a sleek 1953 Chevy Corvette careening down the road towards us, its speed far beyond what was safe for our quiet neighborhood street. Before I could react, the unthinkable happened. The car struck Charlie with brutal force before veering off course and crashing into a nearby ditch. Time seemed to stand still as I watched in shock, my heart pounding in my chest. Charlie lay trapped beneath the weight of the car, his cries of pain piercing the air. Desperation clawed at my chest as I frantically searched for help, but the street was eerily deserted, devoid of any potential saviors. Just when hope began to fade, a figure emerged from the haze of confusion and fear. Dressed in somber black attire, he moved with an air of eerie calmness that belied the chaos of the situation. With steady hands, he freed Charlie from his precarious position, his touch bringing a strange sense of tranquility to the chaos. As Charlie's screams subsided and the stranger ushered him and the car's driver into his vintage automobile, a sense of unease settled over me. Who was this mysterious figure, and what did he want with my brother and the driver? In the days that followed, I found myself haunted by the memory of that encounter. I dubbed the enigmatic stranger Mr. Ghost, a fitting moniker for a man who seemed to exist on the fringes of reality. I couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to him than met the eye, that his presence heralded something beyond my comprehension. Years passed, but the memory of that day remained etched in my mind. I often found myself wondering about Mr. Ghost and the role he played in the grand tapestry of life and death. Was he a guardian angel, a harbinger of doom, or something else entirely? As I grew older, I continued to encounter Mr. Ghost and his vintage car whenever tragedy struck. Each time, I was reminded of the fragility of life and the unseen forces that shape our destinies. And though I couldn't say for certain what his true intentions were, I couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude that he had yet to come for me. But deep down, I knew that one day our paths would cross again. And when they did, I could only hope that I would be ready to face whatever fate had in store. Until then, I would carry the memory of that fateful spring day with me, a reminder of the mysteries that lurk just beyond the edges of our understanding.